Well, good afternoon. If it's Tuesdays, 12:30 Eastern Time, it's time for Tuesday's Tips with Michael live here in the StreamYard studio. Um, Also from my home office, my basement here, my home office. So hoping everyone had a great weekend, long weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you celebrate Memorial Day. And hopefully you got a chance to see some friends and family as things continue to open up, especially here in the Washington region. So today's tip, we're going to continue on this leadership journey as we're going through these last few weeks, and we're going to be going on it the next few weeks. So we've been going through the Work of Leaders, this kind of Work of Leaders assessment program provided by our partner Wiley. We talked about crafting a vision. We talked about the importance of having a bold goal, if you will, a bold vision. But we're now working toward the second part of that process. We're building alignment. And we've talked about building alignment a little bit, but today we're going to talk a little bit more about building alignment. Last couple of weeks, we talked about clarity, making sure your message is clear, crafted around that vision or that program really well, or that project really well that you want to accomplish. Today, we're really going to talk about dialogue. And there are two parts of dialogue when you're trying to build alignment. As you're trying to build alignment, you're trying to get some passion, you're trying to get some excitement, you're trying to get some enthusiasm that those who you're trying to lead around this vision or this project. And we do that through alignment. You can't just go to execution. You got to kind of build this passion around the project. And one of the ways we do that is through dialogue, is by actually having conversations with folks at the one-on-one level, at the small group level, or at the organization or department level. You want to get them on board. You need to talk to these folks. You can't just say, trust me, I've got this figured out. So the two parts of dialogue, the first part we're going to talk about this week is called exchanging perspectives. Now, I work with a lot of leaders. They're hard charging, A+ type personalities. We're going to get it done yesterday. We're going to get it done quick. And exchanging perspectives probably isn't top of their priority list. But I do work with other leaders where exchanging priorities is a big part of how they lead. They want to get feedback from those who they're trying to lead about these big projects or about this big goal, this big vision. So exchanging perspectives. The contrary part of that is just presenting information. And I do work with a lot of leaders that just put something up on the bulletin board or throw out an email and say, this is what it is. We're going to do it. Good luck. Don't want to do that. We want to exchange perspectives. Again, do it at the one-on-one level. Do it with folks first that you really think are going to give you some really good feedback. And that feedback could be positive or negative. So you have to be prepared for that when you start exchanging perspectives. Because I tell teams all the time, sometimes the best idea comes from the most quiet person on the team. You just have to kind of pry it out of them a little bit. So if you're a leader, you're trying to exchange perspectives, you want to make sure you get a broad section of those who you're trying to lead or trying to energize around this project at the one-on-one, small group, and large level. So how do we exchange perspectives? Well, first of all, we got to be a really good listener. We do a whole program on listening. I usually slip a listening module into my executive coaching program because I find that leaders really need some practice being an effective listener. So really need to be an effective listener. So as we talk about, have one-on-one conversations with folks, right? Try to solicit a different point of view if you can. Try not to dismiss another person's opinion. Encourage discussion. Thank them for their feedback, because guess what? There's going to be another one of these coming down the pike, and you want to make sure that your folks are open to giving you feedback and exchanging perspectives on this new idea or this vision you're trying to move forward. Give folks thoughts and concerns that you may have based on their feedback. Again, this is an exchange of perspectives. Don't dismiss them out of hand, but give them an opportunity to give that feedback and give them some return encouragement to encourage them to continue to give you feedback. And if someone raises a question or a why, you go back to your structured messaging. You have those structured messages from the previous module that you're prepared to have and to have that discussion. But this is being open. We've talked about open door policies in the back in previous sessions about being an open door leader, having an open door policy. It's very, very important. But not only having the physical door open, but having your mind open, having that mind open to other possibilities, other suggestions, exchanging perspectives on this idea, this great new bold vision you have for your department, for your organization, for your team. Next week, we'll talk about being receptive about some of those ideas you may be getting, because some leaders will say, well, I've got this all figured out, no worries. Not true all the time. So exchanging perspectives, big part of building alignment, that dialogue with those folks individually, small groups and teams. We'll talk more about dialogue next week. Tuesday's Tips with Michael live here on Facebook, LinkedIn, our YouTube channel. We're live all over the place. So go check us out. If you're watching this post session, thank you so much. We're getting really good feedback. Send us a message. Let us know what you think. Have a great rest of the week.